Beef stew. Just the name sounds cozy, right? It's like a warm hug on a chilly evening. This dish is pure comfort food, perfect for sharing with family and friends. The best part? It's easier to make than you think. In this recipe, we'll break down every step to make a truly delicious beef stew. We'll start with simple ingredients and turn them into a symphony of flavor. So, grab your apron and let's get cooking. Before we start cooking, let's gather our ingredients. You'll need a variety of fresh, high-quality items to make this stew truly delicious. Beef 1 kilogram, cut into 2 to 3 centimeter cubes. Make sure to choose a good cut of meat, like chuck roast, for its rich flavor and tenderness. We'll use chuck roast today for its rich flavor. Onions, 2 medium, chopped. Onions add a sweet and savory base to our stew. Carrots, 3 large, sliced about 1 centimeter thick. Carrots bring a natural sweetness and vibrant color to the dish. Potatoes, 4 medium, cut into chunks similar in size to the carrots. Celery, 2 stalks, chopped. Garlic, 4 cloves, minced. These vegetables add texture and depth to our stew. Tomato paste, 2 tablespoons. This adds a lovely depth of flavor and a rich, tangy undertone to the stew. Beef broth, 1 liter. You can use store-bought or homemade. The broth forms the base of our stew, providing a hearty and savory liquid. Red wine, 1 cup. This is optional, but it adds complexity and depth. If you don't have any, just use extra broth. The wine enhances the flavors and adds a touch of elegance. Flour, 3 tablespoons. This will help thicken our stew, giving it a nice hearty consistency. Olive oil, 3 tablespoons, for browning our beef and veggies. The oil helps to develop a rich caramelized flavor. Salt and pepper to taste. These basic seasonings enhance all the other flavors in the stew. Bay leaves too. These add a subtle earthy flavor that complements the other ingredients. Fresh thyme, a few sprigs. This herb brings a lovely aroma and a hint of freshness to the stew, making it even more inviting. Now that we have our ingredients, let's get them ready. First, pat the beef cubes dry with paper towels. This helps them brown nicely. Next, chop the onions, carrots, celery, and potatoes. Mince the garlic. Finally, measure out all your other ingredients so they're ready to go. Having everything prepped makes cooking so much smoother. It's like having all your tools ready before starting a project. Let's give our beef some extra flavor by marinating it. In a large bowl, combine 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of flour, salt, and pepper. Add the beef cubes and toss to coat. Cover the bowl and let it hang out in the fridge for at least 30 minutes, or even overnight if you have time. This marinating time allows the flavors to penetrate the beef, making it extra tender and delicious. Section 6 veggies join the party. This is where the magic truly begins. Now it's time to bring everything together. The vegetables are the stars of this section, adding vibrant colors and fresh flavors to our dish. Pour in the beef broth and red wine if you're using it. The broth adds depth, while the wine brings a rich, complex flavor. And don't forget to scrape the bottom of the pot to loosen any delicious browned bits. These bits are the essence of flavor, created from the caramelization of the ingredients. These bits are packed with flavor. They will infuse the stew with a deep, savory taste that is simply irresistible. Add the browned beef back to the pot, along with the potatoes, bay leaves, and thyme sprigs. These ingredients will meld together, creating a harmonious blend of flavors. Bring the mixture to a boil. This step is crucial as it helps to combine all the flavors. Then reduce the heat to low Cover the pot and let it simmer gently. Let it simmer for at least 1.5 to 2 hours. This slow cooking process allows the flavors to develop and the beef to become tender, or until the beef is fork tender. This is the sign that your stew is ready to be enjoyed, with melt-in-your-mouth meat and a rich, flavorful broth. Section 7. Thickening it up. After the stew has simmered, remove about a cup of the broth from the pot and whisk in the remaining 2 tablespoons of flour until smooth. Pour this mixture back into the pot and stir well. Continue to simmer for another 15 to 20 minutes, or until the stew has thickened to your liking. The stew will continue to thicken as it cools, so keep that in mind when deciding on the desired consistency. Section 8. Serving your masterpiece. Your beef stew is ready to be enjoyed. Ladle it into bowls and serve it piping hot with a side of crusty bread for dipping. You can also garnish it with fresh herbs, a dollop of sour cream, or a sprinkle of grated cheese for extra flavor and flair. For a richer flavor, try browning the beef in bacon fat instead of olive oil. You can also add other vegetables like mushrooms, parsnips, or turnips to the stew. Remember, cooking is all about experimenting and finding what you enjoy the most. See you again at 7:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. the next day.